Hello everyone, I'm Susan Lee McDonald and welcome back to my show, The Interview. Popera, or operatic pop, is a crossover genre of music that few are familiar with but is gaining a lot of momentum, and it's pretty awesome music to listen to. Today's guest is a classical crossover singer who began her career as an opera star and now is a poperatic sensation. Let's meet Yisabel, who will wow you with her poperatic voice. Yisabel, with her heavenly voice, was the youngest Asian ever to join the prestigious San Francisco Opera, where she later became a prima donna. But the promising soprano made an abrupt decision to go into Popera. She sang for hours every day to change her vocal style, and her efforts paid off when she was chosen as the lead singer of the first Popera group in America, WIN. She's beginning a new challenge as she is back home in Korea. The special healing time with Yisabel, who's known for her angelic voice, begins right now. Hello, Yisabel. Welcome to my show, The Interview. It's so nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you, Susan.
You know, this is so amazing because I'm such a huge fan of Popera.
Oh, really?
And in preparation for the show, I've been listening a lot to your music and your style, and simply, you've got a beautiful voice.
Oh, thanks.
And I'm so excited to be able to share you with the rest of the world today.
All right.
You know, recently you did a soundtrack called the Crew Family Book, and you sang a song called My Eden, and it was a theme song. It was very popular, and so many people were really moved by your vocals. Tell us a little bit about how you started on that project.
All right. Actually, at the first time, Mr. Shin, his name is Woo-cheol, the director. He's very famous director for the Korean drama, and I was very lucky actually. He listened to my music, My Eden, and he liked my voice, and also he liked the music. So he quickly decided, okay, let's go this music as a main title song for the Group Family Book, and so wow, wow, I was so lucky. So, and then he did a very great job putting this music in a best sense for this drama. So I'm very thankful to him.
You have both the English and the Korean versions. Do you have a favorite between the two?
First I sang the English version first. So I like English version, but also I like Korean version. I cannot say exactly which one I prefer, but both are really great.
Yeah. So Yisabel, between the Korean and the English versions of My Eden, what are some of the main differences that other people may not know, but you know?
Let's see. First, the language is different.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody knows that. And the second, when I sing both songs, I feel very different. The English version is more, when I sing, I feel like in the forest. And Korean song is ocean.
Really?
Yeah. It's a little bit difference between Korean version.
That's very interesting that you think of certain kinds of nature locations when you're singing. That's very interesting. And I'm curious, how did your singing of My Eden affect your life? Did it change your life in any way?
Actually, after singing the original soundtrack, my life has been a little bit changed, not that much.
In what ways?
Okay, especially people recognize me. And then in the middle of age 20s and 40s, they like that music a lot, and so I very appreciate.
Wow.
There's a song for the things forgotten,
The recent Korean drama Gu Family Book showed how the virtues of love and forgiveness can conquer evil. The heartbreaking love story that opened up the series remained in people's hearts thanks to its theme song sung by Yisabel titled My Eden. My Eden became the first soundtrack for a Korean historical drama to be recorded in Korean and English. It received an explosive response and topped the classical music charts in Korea for over a month. The music video, with subtitles in more than 10 languages, including French, German, and Spanish, has been posted on YouTube and has been watched by viewers from around the world. Tell me about that progression from New England and Boston to San Francisco.
As you know, both schools are music schools.
Yes.
I went to The Voice for the New England Conservatory Music, and also for the graduate school, I majored in opera in Boston Conservatory of Music. And then it was so lucky to me also. I met one of my teachers who went the director to the San Francisco Opera. So I followed her, and then I trained at the San Francisco Opera as a young artist.
I see.
So my career started from that.
Okay. So from just a young trainee in the San Francisco Opera, which is one of the world's top operas, of course, then you became a prima donna. How did that happen? Because everyone who wants to sing opera, of course, wants to be the prima donna, but not everyone can be. How was it that you were able to become a prima donna there?
All right. First, I walked a lot, every single day. Practice about 8 hours per day.
8 hours a day?
Me.
Wow.
And then I tried to find all the conductors, directors. They are so well known in the US. So almost my expenses, I buy a flight ticket and then go there and take lessons.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible. How did you keep your energy up for 8 hours of practice? I mean, that's a rigorous schedule for anyone to do any kind of work, but singing, how did you not damage your vocal cords?
For me, not much, because at the time, when I practice all the time, I feel, yeah, my voice gave from the God. I can feel it because 8 hours practice and there's no damage at all. So I'm very thanks.
I wonder, what was it that made you decide to change from a very classical opera to Popera? Because that crossover is not necessarily regarded highly among classically trained opera singers, right?
Yeah.
Sadly, because I love a lot of very famous Popera singers like Sarah Brightman and so on, and now you. But how did you make that transition?
The director that I told you, of San Francisco Opera, one day she told me that take an audition for a Popera group in the US. Which is the first group in America, and I took an audition for it, and then I got chosen as a lead singer.
Wow! And that was a group called WIN, is that right?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that feel when you became the lead singer of this new group?
Actually, I didn't expect too much because my voice already in opera field. My vocalization is all enough, something like something like that. I cannot sing like as a pop singer. I cannot sing it, but luckily judges liked me and they selected me, and I decided to proceed into the Popera field. And my new career started.
As you're saying that, I can see that it probably wasn't an easy decision, but by you winning that competition among all those people trying to be the lead singer, you became that lead singer and started a completely different track for you. Has it been easy?
It wasn't that easy because I already told you my voice was already fitting in the opera vocalization. So it was just like starting my all the careers and all my repertoires and all the musics from the beginning during preparing my first recording for the win. So and it took a long time that I expected, and I was kind of upset at the time, and then, but also, I mean also, I regretted myself to go back to opera. Why don't I just go back to opera? Then, you know, just keep going. But I got patient. And then I tried all the repertoires and musics that I can do and develop all my skills as a opera singer. So right now I'm here.
Yeah, and we're really glad that you're here.
Thanks.
Popera and operatic pop is what it's usually called, right? But it's very different than the classical opera style singing. There must have been a lot of transitionary learning that had to happen for you to do popera well. And I'm curious if you don't mind sharing with us and the audience the differences in operatic singing versus poperatic singing.
All right. First of all, popera. Popera singers need one connected sound with supported breath.
Okay.
So if I sing my Eden, just like this, there's a stone for the things forgotten, just a stone for all you wanted. Look, a stone for what will not be.
Lovely.
Right? And then the popera side, this is very different. We have to use voice sound, and head voice sound, and head voice sound. All the techniques that we need. So for my Eden, there's a stone for the things forgotten, just a stone for all you wanted. Look, a stone for what will not be, all you thought was there.
Very different.
Then I can sing also head voice sound with operatic voice.
Yes.
When the distances grow. So it's a combination between pop and opera all together.
I see.
So we call classical crossover. Yeah.
Interesting. Now, classical crossover is not something that a lot of people are familiar with, but it's gaining a lot of momentum these days.
Actually, I didn't make a mistake in the opera stage. I mean, popera stage. Oh, I'm so confused. Opera and popera. Almost the same. Popera stage, I don't take a mistake. As I say, there is no standard. Popera singer can, this singer can sing K-pop with full operatic vocalization. That is also popera. And myself, I tried all the techniques and all the variety musics to sing. So, you know what? For example, if I sing My Eden again, when the distances grow and the winds start to blow, or when the distances grow, when the winds start to blow, or when the distances grow, when the winds start to blow.
is a difference with all of them.
Yeah, no mistakes on it.
But it all sounds like Popera. Because it's coming from you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Soprano Yisabel received praise for her exceptional voice while singing at Carnegie Hall in New York and Brown Hall in Boston. As the prima donna at the San Francisco Opera, she played the lead in many famous pieces such as Madame Butterfly, La Bohème, and La Traviata, and gained fame and success. But in order to achieve her ultimate goal, which was to perform for a broader audience, she gave up her top star status as an opera singer and made a transition into operatic pop. Yisabel, when did you start being interested in music and singing?
Okay. This question always I have. When I was 7, I listened from the radio, the aria. The title is Un bel vedremo from Madame Butterfly, and singing by Maria Callas.
Oh, she's incredible.
Yeah, she does. And at the time, her voice was like from heaven. So, oh my gosh, I want to sing like that.
Wow.
So one day I participated in one of the voice competition, and then I got 3rd prize.
Wow. At age 7?
Yes, without any training.
Incredible.
All right, thank you. And then one of judges told me that I have a very special voice, so why don't you study about music? And then also, this is very another interesting story. One day I also met Sumijo's teacher, and she told me that my voice is exactly same as her voice when she was young.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so all right, this is my life, okay, this is my dream, all right, this is my way, let's go.
Wow. You started training in music. What type of training did you do as a young child here?
Like usual, the training I did vocalization, something like that. And then I learned some of the repertoires, and then also I went to NBC and KBS children chorus.
I mean, in Korea, that's a very prestigious set of choruses for children to be a part of.
Right.
And the selection process is very, very competitive.
Right.
So you were able to be part of not one, but both of them. That's incredible. Wow.
They wanted me to sing as a solo part every time. So I couldn't attend the school that much because too many, both broadcasting want me to sing there, so I didn't attend the school that much.
When you were 12 years old, from what I understand, Korean age, 12 years old, I guess, American age or Western age would be about 10 or 11, you went to the U.S. by yourself.
Yes, I left from Korea with my brother, with my older brother actually.
Was that to train in music, or why did you go at that time?
Yeah, to have a training about music, and also my parents want me to go to study abroad when I was after the graduation from the college. But after the graduation from the college, it just have a short time to learn the music. So I asked my parents, oh my gosh, I want to go earlier. Can I go, please?
Wow. you know, it's not an easy decision for any parent of any country, any culture, to send their young children, not just one, but two children, abroad to a completely different country. You know, you're not from the US. This is probably one of the first times you've been there. It must have been a very difficult transition for you. How was it for you?
As many international students agree that the hardest one was the language. When I go to US, and then as well as some racism.
And in that school, was it difficult to socialize and make new friends? Or, you know, you seem like such a sweet person. It seems like it'd be very easy to kind of make friends with you. What was it like for you at that time?
Okay, many of friends, they liked me at the first time. At my school, we had 3 Asians. One is from Japan, and the other one is Vietnam, and myself. And the American friends, they liked me at the first time because they thought I'm from Japan. But after they knew I'm from Korea, they didn't even try to get close to me after they knew it. So
really?
I was so upset and hurt at that moment.
I'm so sorry for that experience. As any international student can attest, it's not easy to adjust to a new environment, and it seems like you had some really difficult situations at school. I heard, though, from someone that you caused a little chaos in school, that there was some kind of event that happened. Tell us about that.
The one day in an American history class, I saw the documentary for Korean War. And then the movie about Korean War they are showing, and then they never show about how the Seoul or Korea rapidly developed. And then just my friends always think, oh, Korea is still a poor country. So I was so angry about that. And then asked to my school to change all the documentaries, all the materials about Korea. And then I couldn't attend the school for 3 days. My advisor came to home, and then all the materials has been changed. It's to new one, so why don't you come to school?
So you were that upset that you didn't go for 3 days. I see, wow. So after that happened, then how did you feel, and did your classmates react differently to the different documentaries that they had newly put in?
I went to library and then to my friends, all right, this is new book for Korea. Why don't you see this book? And then they saw it. Oh, wow. Olympics and Hyundai, oh Samsung, oh everything is good, and then I was happy.
Yeah. So a lot of times when people are international students, you become an unofficial ambassador from your country to the new country that you go to, and I'm sure that was something that you probably felt at the time. Yes. Yisabel, I heard that you love to sing the national anthem of Korea. Is that true?
Yeah, I love the national anthem because when I studied abroad, I always thought I'm Korean. And then also wherever I go, and then I thought myself, I'm representing as a Korean, not myself. So I had all the time I had a national flag in a car, in a
so patriotic
house. And then sang the national anthem all the time. Also, it was method how I prevented from being homesick myself. So yeah, I love the national anthem.
Wow. there was a match between Korea and Japan for the 2013 East Asian Cup. There, Yisabel had the honor of singing the national anthem of Korea. It was sung beautifully with deep sincerity and reverence. Yisabel's clean and clear voice moved everyone's heart. The Korean national anthem has special meaning for the singer who spent time studying abroad. She boldly asserts that she hung the national flag on her wall and in her car and sang the national anthem whenever she longed to return to her home country. Singing the national anthem was a way for her to show her patriotism and to ease her loneliness far away from home. Yisabel, are there any projects recently that really kind of inspired you?
Yeah. Mostly I remember and I excited about with the K-Tigers.
Okay. And K-Tigers is that incredible group of taekwondo artists and martial artists and the acrobats, yes?
Right, right.
Wow.
Right.
Awesome.
Oh, you know that.
How did you get to collaborate with the K-Tigers group? Because the combination of a Popera singer and taekwondo, it doesn't necessarily initially seem to match. So how did that happen?
Personally, I like taekwondo a lot. Before I meet them, I saw they're doing a TV show, and then they are doing also crossover. Traditionally, it's the taekwondo, but they are also doing crossover between taekwondo and acrobat, and with the music. And so I'm also doing the crossover, right? So I thought it's gonna be match all together. If I sing the crossover music and then they do some taekwondo with the acrobat,
yes,
it will be perfect to match it. So I call them, and then why don't we collaborating all together and then make something in it? So it happened, yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Well, it's an incredible group of performers, and seeing that video, it was very powerful. I'm sure that a lot of our audience members are going to love that. And I would love to ask you to sing the song that you sang for that video. Would you mind?
Okay. The song is, the title was Fly to the Sky. Fly to the Sky. I wish that I can fly to the sky. I wish that I can fly for my dream. I wish that I can fly.
The pop opera diva Yisabel, known for her angelic voice, teamed up with the K-Tigers, whose performance integrates taekwondo and acrobatics. Together, they transformed taekwondo, the martial arts of Korea, into a true form of art. Can't imagine Popera being combined with taekwondo? Well, stay tuned for a delightful surprise. Yisabel, let's get back to talking about Popera, which is your specialty. In preparation for the show, I learned something new about music, and I pride myself on knowing a lot about music, but there's this new term called the Janus or the Janus singing style?
Janus.
Janus. Tell me what that is about.
Yes, it is a new type of word. And then the method is women singers singing the man's full voice range as well as woman's full voice range.
Really?
Yes. For example, if I sing the aria, think of me from the Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
Can it be Christine? Bravo! Long ago, it seems so long ago, how young and innocent we were. She may not remember me, but I remember. Flowers fade, the flutes of summer fade, they have their sighs and so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you will think.
Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely. Thank you so much. So, one person singing both male and female parts,
Right.
that is not easy for probably most singers. How is it that you were able to do such an incredible range like that?
I didn't know that I have such this 4 octaves range. One day I thought disabled, handicapped children who wanna learn about how to sing the voice, and then I thought them, and then the male singers, they just sing like how the female singer sings. So they sing like, oh, teacher, I cannot sing, that's too high, something like that. So, oh my gosh, you cannot sing like that. Okay, let's try. As a male voice, I will sing for you. Can it be Christine? That I found, wow, I can sing male part also.
Wow. So I hear that you studied under and received praise from Dr. William Riley, who taught the very famous and iconic opera singer Sarah Brightman. And I'm just curious how that happened. Did he help to encourage you to sing this Janus style too?
No, not really. I learned from him about how to sing the Popera, actually. I was in a real traditional opera vocalization, and then he taught me how to sing more popular songs, and then the musical stuff, and the rock sound, how I can use the sound. So, yeah, not really honest.
How did you get to meet him?
I met him during the recording for the WIN group, the Warner Bros. A&R Artist and Repertoire. Ruby Marchand, her name is Ruby Marchand. She recommended to have a lesson with him, and then he compared to my voice as a diamond.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. So how long did you train under Dr. Riley?
Every single day, like 3 hours a day, I took a lesson. And then the repertoire that I haven't heard before and never learned before. First song was the Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. I learned, and with the pop sound in it. And then it was kind of struggling.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you study with him together? You said you studied
About a year.
About a year. Wow. And during that time, was he a really difficult teacher? Were there some times that you wanted to kind of stop doing Popera and go back to your original training?
No, actually, he was very nice person. He's very gentle, and then it's unforgettable. Yeah, very thanks to him.
Yisabel, you mentioned WIN, and I'd like to get into what WIN is. Tell us about your involvement with WIN and how you became a part of that.
When I was a young artist in a San Francisco Opera, and the director, she told me to take a lesson. This for group for WIN. and this is going to be first Popera group in the United States. So I was very excited, and then I took a lesson. I took an audition. Yeah, I got chosen as a lead singer. That is, to start the WIN group.
Yeah. Please tell me about any memorable incident that happened when you were performing with WIN.
All right. With the WIN group, altogether we came to Seoul because we had a concert at the Arts Center in Concert Hall. Unfortunately, that the concert has been canceled because of Beijing Olympic. We've been here about a month and a half, and then practicing and preparing all the concert.
Yes.
But it's suddenly canceled because of the final day of Beijing Olympic. That day was our concert day.
I see.
So it got canceled.
Really?
And we were so upset about it. And then, but one thing has happened. The management agents from Korea, and then they suggested to stay here to start a career in Korea, and then it was 2008, and I stayed here. Yeah, mostly.
So you came to Korea for this concert that never happened because it was on the same day as the Beijing Olympic final day.
Right.
That must have been so disappointing for you.
Yeah, that is very... concert with Alexandra Safina. That was sad.
Oh. You know, but in show business, things like this happen. You know, it's just an unfortunate part of how kind of show business is, and I'm sure that you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
Despite the disappointments.
Yeah.
But something good really came out of it, because during that trip you came to Korea after such a long time of being away, and you were offered potential work to stay on in Korea.
When I stay at America, I always thought I'm Korean. But nobody knows I'm soprano and or popera singer as a... I'm working on it. But nobody knows in Korea, right? Recently, the first question you asked me after the Good Family book, they a little bit, to be recognized what I'm doing right now. So, but before that, nobody knew about me. And then nobody recognized me, what I'm doing, and then they thought, she just studied at USA about opera and then singing the, Popera. That's it. They always know about it. But right now it's a little bit different, so I'm very appreciated to stay being here.
I see. Yisabel, you're involved in something that is somewhat new here in Korea called talent donation. And I can kind of understand what that might mean, but can you explain that to me a bit, and how do you donate your talent?
All right. Since 2008, I was working with the Salvation Army for donation, to get more donation through the street concert.
When you say street donation, tell me, what does that mean? Does that mean that you're on any regular sidewalk and you just start singing? What is that exactly?
In December, you see in a street, you see red pot, right? From the Salvation Army.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah, beside that red pot, I sing on the street
Okay.
with microphone, and then try to get more donations from the donators.
I see. Oh. So that's a great way of kind of spending your time, but doesn't it get really cold?
Uh,
And how can you maintain that beautiful voice in that cold?
it's almost in Gwanghwamun. I always sing there every December. It's almost negative 20s
Celsius.
there. Yeah, it's very cold. But I always think how I can more have donations. You know, donators try to put the money 10,000 won, but if they see me in a cold and singing, and just change 50,000 won, they put it. So after I said, wow, this changes, so I cannot stop singing after seeing that happens.
I heard that sometimes, even without any cameras and without even anyone watching, that you are so dedicated as a volunteer donating your talent that you're singing there for several hours.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours.
That's real dedication. When did you first decide that you wanted to donate your talent?
In 2008, I was in a Seoul train station, and I saw many homeless people there. I felt what I can help for this country. So I called the Salvation Army and then suggested I want to sing on the street beside the red pot. They said, oh yeah, okay, oh thanks for it. And then, yeah, 2008, December I started. I can remember it was December 9th. 9th, it was my first day of talent donation.
That's
singing.
great. That's really wonderful.
A few of my fans starting establishing a foundation to help more my talent giving donation. So I'm very excited to create a foundation and to help the lonely ones through my street concert or events or performances.
I see. You know, sometimes when we donate our time to a charitable organization, you know, it's such a great feeling inside. How do you feel when you're giving back to people like that?
I'm so proud of myself because I'm doing my best on the street, even it's so cold, and then the donations money is growing up, and then think, wow, I can help lonely people or disabled, handicapped children. You know, there are many, or multi-families or
multicultural families.
Yeah, cultural families or senior citizens who is very lonely and live by themselves. I'm very happy, you know, I can give back through my talent, giving donations. So, yeah.
In cold winters past, she donated her talent to inspire others to help people in need. She takes time out of her busy schedule to donate her talent and share the joy of music. She teaches kids with disabilities and performs for people living in small, isolated villages. She sings of love and hope again today from the bottom of her heart.
Yisabel, last but not least, tell me what Popera means to you and how it's impacted your life.
As an opera singer, my dream was a prima donna of opera field. But to turning into the Popera field, I had a bigger dream. Yeah, bigger dream I expect. it's crossover genre. Can understand most people can understand this genre easily. So as more audiences I can meet, I can sing in front of them, and then I can show what the Popera is. So my dream is, you know, in Europe and in America, they have famous classical crossover singers already. They are Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman and Josh Groban. They have, but from the Asia, none of them. So,
yet.
Yes. I want a representative as a Popera singer for the Asia, and also moreover, I want to be a, you know, get famous after the Violet did it.
So you want to follow in Psy's footsteps.
As a crossover singer.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is my plan and dream.
Well, you have such big dreams, Yisabel, and it's to match your beautiful big heart and your wonderful voice as well.
And one more thing. Through my singing, you know, world people can have mind peace when they listen my singing. That is my biggest one, what I sing.
Yisabel, it's such a pleasure to have spoken with you today, and thank you so much for sharing your life and also your experiences as a classical crossover artist. I think that a lot of the people who are watching the show will probably get to become a big fan of yours. So I look forward to seeing how your career will progress over the next decades, and maybe your dreams will come true.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, good luck so much.
Thank you, Susan.